हम उसके मुखालिफ नहीं हैं, बल्कि उसके ट्रस्टीज तो जो 24 ट्रस्टीज बनाई गई है उसमें देख लीजिए, उसमें किसका नाम है, उसमें किसी नॉन हिंदू का नाम है, नहीं है उसमें। इसीलिए हम एक ऑब्जेक्शन हमारा ये है कि प्रपोज बिल में नरेंद्र मोदी हिंदू धर्म के लिए जो चीज़ें हैं वहाँ पर प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं, जो मुस्लिम धर्म की जो चीज़ें हैं वहाँ पर आप नॉन हिंदूज को ला रहे हैं। क्यों ला रहे हैं बता रहा हूँ, इसलिए ला रहे हैं कि वक्फ बोर्ड के एक्ट में 5 साल का डायरेक्ट मैनेजमेंट का प्रोविजन है। तो नरेंद्र मोदी एक तो कलेक्टर को पावर्स दे रहे हैं, दूसरा सीईओ जो होगा वो मुसलमान नहीं होगा, वो भी बिल में है। 5 साल का डायरेक्ट मैनेजमेंट लेकर आप पूरे वक्फ बोर्ड को बर्बाद करना चाहते हैं। आप मुसलमानों की मस्जिदों को, मुसलमानों की दरगाहों को, खानखाहों को, उस ज़मीनों को हासिल करना चाह रहे हैं। तो वक्फ जो बिल लाया नरेंद्र मोदी ने लाया है वो वक्फ को बचाने के लिए नहीं लाया है, वक्फ को बचाने के लिए नहीं बल्कि वक्फ को लूटने के लिए लाए हैं। जिस ज़मीन का मालिक अल्लाह है, नरेंद्र मोदी कह रहे कि नहीं उसका मालिक मैं हूँगा और कलेक्टर मेरा नायब होगा वहाँ पर। इसीलिए हम ये कह रहे हैं कि जो टीटीडी के चेयरमैन ने कहा है बहुत अच्छा है वो, मगर आप वहाँ पर अगर अच्छा है तो हमारे लिए अच्छा क्यों नहीं हो रहा है फिर वो, ये हमारा आपत्ति है।
Okay, Sanju Verma continues to be with us. Dushyant Shridhar is joining us live. Adil Hassan, national spokesperson of the AIMIM. Atiq Rehman, Muslim scholar, is with us right now. What do you make of it, Dushyant Shridhar? I want to get your views first. Trying to draw parity between the TTD and the WAQF. It's insanity, but I'd like to get your views on it. First up.
Namaskaram Niranjan and namaskaram to all my fellow panelists. We are on the day which is next to Deepavali. This is also a festival for us. We call it Parity, and best wishes to all of you. Very quickly, Niranjan, the very premise that Shri Owaisi ji is laying in front of us is, if there is one rule for TTD which states that from now on only Hindus will be employed, meaning non-Hindus will not be employed, why doesn't that rule be applicable to the upcoming amendment or provision in the WAQF Act which says that non-Muslims will be allowed? Question is right, the premise is right. But Owaisi ji, not like any of us, is a people's representative. He represents every person, he represents every religion because he's an MP. All these years when TTD was recruiting non-Hindus in different posts, why didn't he question then? Did he feel only when a Muslim cause has to come, he has to question? Point number one. Point number two, with respect to the act of WAQF, he's comparing apples and oranges. He's not comparing commodities of the same, items of the same jati. Why? I'll tell you why. Because when the issue of TTD comes, it is all about the management of the properties of tirumala, tirupati, devastahnam, how the temple has to run. As simple as that, where the agama starts and where the agama ends. Whereas when we discuss the WAQF properties and issues, I did speak to you just 2 days back, Niranjan, about the Tiruchendurai Shiva temple. And in his conference, he says, once a property of Allah is a property of Allah. Then why doesn't that rule apply to Shiva as well? Why is the temple of Shiva being taken? And third, last point, Niranjan, very quickly, is when he says that there is one rule that is applicable for one religion, why don't you extend that to the other religion? That is why we say we should bring uniform civil code. So whatever applies to one religion has to apply to the other religion. Why is he against UCC then?
Correct.
You cannot use UCC the moment you want. You cannot use it the moment you want to discard it the moment you want. That's
personal
wrong.
laws also they want.
Contention.
ये भी चाहिए, वो भी चाहिए, सब कुछ चाहिए. आदिल हसन जी, ये क्या बात हो गई? आप बोलते हैं आपको पर्सनल लॉस चाहिए, आपको ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए. देखिए एग्जांपल है कर्नाटका में वक्फ का. अभी हमने एक स्टोरी की थी. थैंक गॉड फॉर रिपब्लिक कनाडा. हमने एक स्टोरी की थी 15,000 एकड़. 1 week back we debated it. In fact, 1 week. It's been exactly 1 week since we broke that story. फ्राइडे को ब्रेक किया था, सैटरडे को डिबेट किया था. आज मैं आपको गुड न्यूज़ देना चाहता हूँ. 15,000 acres was about to be snatched from farmers 1 week ago. आदिल हसन जी, और हमने रिपोर्ट किया था कि ये जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट है, कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट कर्नाटका में, सब एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स को बोल दिया था फार्मर्स को नोटिस दो, जो वक्फ बोलेंगे इमीडिएटली फार्मर्स को नोटिस दो, 15 दिन टाइम लो. पेपर नहीं आया, गया वक्फ के लिए, वक्फ का प्रॉपर्टी है, बोल दिया, नोटिस भेज दिया, डेट भी दे दिया 15 दिन का. आज पता है क्या हुआ? एक हफ्ते का रिपोर्टिंग नॉन स्टॉप रिलेंटलेस. चीफ मिनिस्टर कॉल्ड अ मीटिंग एंड सेड सब नोटिस को वापस ले लो, गलती हो गई हमारी से, गलती हो गया है. थैंक गॉड फॉर द मीडिया, थैंक गॉड फॉर आवर रिपोर्टिंग. आपको क्या चाहिए? ये वक्फ को लेके आप कहां पे जा रहे हैं आदिल हसन जी?
रिपब्लिक का स्टूडियो मुझे चाहिए, दे दीजिए रिपब्लिक का स्टूडियो.
हाँ देखो, आपके जैसे लोग ही है, आपके जैसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं आदिल जी, आपके जैसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं, आपके जैसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं. रिपब्लिक का स्टूडियो हमारा लैंड है, पार्लियामेंट हमारा लैंड है, विधानसभा हमारा लैंड है, सेक्रेटरिएट हमारा लैंड है, सब आपका है.
ये पूरा देश, पूरा भारत मेरा है.
भारत मेरा भी है सर, मेरा भी है. भारत मेरा भी है, ये भारत मेरा भी है, भारत मेरा भी है, भारत मेरा भी है. ये मेरा स्टूडियो है, ये मेरा स्टूडियो है, ये मेरा स्टूडियो है, ये मेरा स्टूडियो है. ओके, आप नहीं बोल सकते वक्फ का लैंड है.
लिसन टू मी, आरएसएस अंग्रेज की दलाली कर रहा था, फजले हक खैराबादी और टीपू सुल्तान देश के लिए लड़ रहा था. हमारे बाप दादा की वक्फ प्रॉपर्टी है, नरेंद्र मोदी और अदानी और अंबानी की नहीं प्रॉपर्टी है.
ओ भाई मेरे, ओ गॉड सर जी, आप कहां से कहां चले गए? एक मिनट, वन मिनट. आदिल हसन जी, आदिल हसन जी, 1 मिनट. आदिल हसन जी, मैं आपसे ओके, आराम से ओके, एक काम करेंगे. रॉन्ग क्वेश्चन, एक काम करेंगे वापस. ओके स्टॉप, आई विल आस्क यू अनदर क्वेश्चन. एक I'll phrase it differently. I'll phrase it differently. You don't like my question, I'll phrase it differently.
I don't like your attitude.
You don't like my attitude?
Because you are playing one-sided game.
Oh my God!
I will send you an apology. Okay. On a lighter note, Adil, on a lighter note, I will send you an apology later. Okay? It's okay if you don't like my attitude.
I am happy.
It is okay if you don't like my attitude. Sanju Verma also does not like my attitude sometimes. It is okay.
Your terms on me.
It is okay. It is okay. I am not going to be hurt. I am not going to be hurt if you don't like my attitude. Listen to me. No, 1 minute. Listen to me. Can you please tell me the parity? Because Owaisi says he wants parity. Keyword, parity between TTD and WAQF. What is the parity between TTD and WAQF? Please tell our viewers.
For your kind information and for viewers, WAQF is as pious as TDP is for the Hindu community. WAQF is not a one-day game. It's the beginning of Islam. WAQF is as attached to us because masjid, madrasa, Eidgah, Qabristan, graveyard all comes under WAQF. And WAQF is as pious, as attached to the Muslim community as TDP is attached with the non-Muslim community. So what the concern is that if you don't want any interference of any other religion, for God's sake, don't dictate. Narendra Modi asked Mr. Modi, don't dictate his term on WAQF. He don't know anything.
Hello sir. X minute.
Hey, come in now,
1 minute. Yeah, I want to make a point and you can come in. I'll just make a short point.
Yes.
ये जो आपने point की है ना, ये non-Muslim on WAQF. Can you please tell me when did it come in, sir? Which year was it? Did that rule come in? Do you know?
Yeah. Which rule?
You just said ना नरेंद्र मोदी, आपने बोला नरेंद्र मोदी ने किया है ना. आप बोलिए ये जो आप वक्फ एक्ट है जहाँ पे नॉन मुस्लिम को नॉमिनेट किया जाता है एटसेट्रा, फॉर हाउ मेनी इयर्स हैज इट बीन इन प्लेस?
आपको बता दे वक्फ एक्ट जब
no सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन. आदिल जी स्ट्रेट क्वेश्चन.
Please allow me to speak.
No, but answer my question. You can speak. Okay, answer my question.
Please allow me to speak.
Answer my question.
देश का संविधान, बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर ने संविधान लिखा. 1947 के बाद देश को एक कानून मिला, देश को एक आईपीसी मिला, सीआरपीसी मिला, देश को एक संविधान मिला. हमारे बाप दादा ने 300 साल, 400 साल, 800 साल पहले. तो
नरेंद्र मोदी कैसे आ गया भाई? नरेंद्र मोदी तो 11 साल पहले आए थे. नरेंद्र मोदी तो 10 साल पहले आए थे. आदिल जी,
allow me to speak.
This cannot be a monologue.
नहीं, आप अम्बेडकर के टाइम पे चले गए, कोई बात नहीं, बाबा अम्बेडकर के, लेकिन मोदी जी तो 10 साल पहले आए थे.
इसलिए उसके पीछे रीजन है. मोदी जी चाहते हैं उनके जो दोस्त हैं,
You can respond to him, Sanju. You can respond to him.
Thank you.
Right wing.
Thank you. Niranjan, now please let me have my say. I did not interject this.
Okay, आदिल जी एक काम करेंगे. आप उनका रिस्पॉन्स सुन लीजिए, then we'll take the debate forward. Sanju.
Thank you. And Niranjan, I never play the victim card and say that you have an attitude problem. You don't.
No, you do say, you are very sometimes, okay, I won't say it, but you'll also get angry. You're also sometimes nasty on the debate. It's okay. I'll say it on a lighter note.
I get angry when I don't get enough time, but I never have a problem with your attitude. I say bring it on. I always say bring it on. Okay. Now let me come to the moot point. Okay. Mr. Adil Hassan, मैंने आपको नहीं टोका, आपका वक्त आएगा दोबारा रिबटल के लिए, मुझे आप रिबट करिए.
सुन लीजिए आदिल जी सुन लीजिए
आपने मुझे बोला या नहीं बोला, मुझे
आदिल जी सुन लीजिए,
फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
प्लीज सुन लीजिए. ओके सुन लीजिए,
बोलने के लिए नहीं बैठा हूं.
सुन लीजिए आदिल सुन लीजिए.
सुनने की बारी है, शांत हो जाओ.
आदिल जी, ओ बाबा रे, आदिल जी सुन लीजिए प्लीज.
Oh my God. Yeah. Now let me come to the nub of the issue, because I see that panelists here, they keep going left, right, center, A, B, C, D. Nahi. What is the basic difference between TTD and the WAQF Council? Let's address the crux of the issue. Mr. B.R. Naidu, the newly minted chairman of the TTD board, has put it very lucidly. The TTD board basically is a Hindu endowment institution, and in the Hindu Endowment Act of 1927, 1951 and 1968, it is clearly mentioned that any Hindu religious institution, the administrative body should consist of all Hindu members. Point number one. Whereas when it comes to the WAQF Council or the WAQF Board, it is not a religious institution as per what Asaduddin Owaisi has himself said. He says that the WAQF Council is a charitable institution, not necessarily a religious institution. So if it is a charitable institution, then what is the big deal in having Buddhists, Christians, Sikhs, Hindus in the WAQF Board? So the basic difference is TTD is a religious institution, a religious board meant to govern the affairs of the Tirumala temple, meant to govern the administrative affairs of Lord Venkateshwara at Tirumala. Whereas the WAQF board is meant to be a charitable institution. It's not a religious institution. So don't compare apples with watermelons. Point number one. Point number two, a point which Niranjan had made in a debate on the WAQF Act, where I was also there. Islam is a religion that dates back to 1400 years. But be it the Sundareshwara temple, be it an entire village on the banks of river Kaveri, which is more than 1500 years old, you have tried to appropriate that saying, ye to WAQF property hai. Surat Municipal Corporation WAQF property hai. Jindal Saw factory in Rajasthan WAQF property hai. Gurudwara in Yamunanagar in Haryana WAQF property hai. Haldwani railway station in Uttarakhand WAQF property hai. Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi WAQF property hai. Parliament building WAQF property hai. Marriott and Hyatt Regency hotels in Telangana and in Karnataka WAQF property hai. Entire tracts of land near the beaches in Kerala WAQF property hai. Entire districts in Maharashtra, including large tracts of land in Pune and Parbhani, WAQF property hai. Large tracts of land in Marathwada region which have historically belonged to farmers for hundreds of years.
I have breaking news. I have breaking news.
So the limited point is this. The TTD board ने कभी नहीं कहा
एक मिनट,
that ये property
एक और है. I have breaking news update. नहीं, एक और breaking news है. To that long list that Sanju you just mentioned, I have breaking news, because in Haveri, Karnataka, there is another property claimed by the WAQF, and you will be surprised. The Anjaneya temple, the Hanumanji temple, has also been claimed in the Kadakola village of Haveri. Has been claimed by the WAQF as its property. It has happened today, and there has been communal violence, so I'll restrain myself. I will not say more on this claim that has been made, but it has happened. There has been communal violence, so I'm being extremely responsible on that. But I want to take my question to Atiq or Rehman, who hasn't spoken on the debate yet.
Niranjan, I want to answer.
I'm coming to you, Adil, I'll come to you. I'm coming to you. Okay. I promise you I'm coming to you. I'm only going to Atiq because he hasn't spoken.
Thank you.
Yeah. Atiq, see, TTD, it manages the Tirupati temple, right? If you tell me, if they are saying, if the TTD board is saying we want only Hindus to manage temples, it's a fair point. Similarly, if you say we want only Muslims to manage a masjid, right? Or a masjid committee, it's a fair point. It's okay. That is called parity. Parity is when Hindus manage Hindu temples, Muslims manage the masjid. It's a fair point. But the WAQF is an act. The WAQF Act 1995 was enacted to govern the administration of WAQF properties in India. It's a government act, right? It's not parity. Parity is when you take care of your house and Dushyant Shridhar takes care of his house. Okay? Yeah. That's called parity. Atiq ji.
Yes. Niranjan, we need a very expert opinion to describe whether who is a Hindu as relates to the persons who can manage the temple trust.
Who is the Hindu?
Who is a Hindu according to Sanju, Verma or the BJP? The Sikhs, according to the constitution, are Hindu, right? But can they be a member of a temple trust in South India? Mr. Dushyant will say no, he can't. You are violating the constitution of India when you say that in the constitution all Buddhists, all Sikhs are Hindus, but they cannot be the manager.
Sorry, wait, one second.
You decide yourself.
I'm missing something.
Who is a Hindu who wants to manage the temple or can be a member of the temple? Now come back to the WAQF boards. Tell me, Niranjan, there have been 24 amendments since 1938 to the WAQF boards, and all these 24 amendments have increased the powers of the government, not the Muslim community. So how can you say that the WAQF boards are managed by the community?
1 minute. Okay, let me ask you a question. Atiq, let me ask you a question. Why do you want to be on, or why do you want to have representation on the board of the Tirupati, Tirumala, Devasthanams, for example, for argument's sake? Why?
No, I do not have any interest, Niranjan. Let me put it very straight. All temples should be managed by the Hindus if they are a Hindu temple.
Yes.
I'm just asking you a question. Why a Sikh can't be a member of a temple?
1 minute. I have a very bad audio with you, and I think I lost Atiq or Rehman's audio there. But Dushyant, you want to respond to that? I think I lost his point on having a larger debate to discuss who is a Hindu. I mean, I don't know whether I heard him right, but it appears that
Niranjan,
yes, I lost your audio in between, Atiq.
Simple point. Mr. Dushyant can explain that if you want only Hindus to run the Hindu temples in South India in particular, then why a Sikh, which according to the constitution of India is a Hindu, a Buddhist, which according to the constitution of India is a Hindu, why are they not the board members in South India temples?
Okay, Sanju is raising a hand, but okay. Sanju, 30 seconds and then Dushyant. Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah, Niranjan.
Sanju, 30 seconds and then Dushyant, yeah.
Yeah, you know, Atiq or Rehman made a pertinent point, and my simple pointed rebuttal is this. Since you keep breaking up the constitution at every conceivable opportunity when it is convenient to you, let me say this. The Indian constitution allowed for freedom of religion under Article 25, but it never said that there should be a separate minorities ministry. And do you know which is the richest Hindu temple in India? It is the Padmanabha Swami temple with an asset of 1.2 lakh crore. And do you know 95.6% of the assets are used for the welfare of minorities, not for the welfare of Hindus, who are the biggest donis. Do you know which is the largest temple in Maharashtra? It is the Shirdi Sai Baba temple, which gets donations of 1,800 crores every year. But a large part of the donation is for the welfare of Muslims and minorities.
Sanju.
Not even an item goes to Hindus.
Sanju, 1 minute.
This was not my question.
1 minute. 1 minute.
This was not my question.
Atiq, hold on.
Ministries should we remove minority welfare ministries from Karnataka, Maharashtra, Kerala?
What 1 minute. Atiq.
That because the constitution does not allow for a minority welfare ministry.
Okay, 1 minute. I just want to get Dushyant's view. Adil, I'm coming to you. Dushyant's view and then Adil. 1 minute. Because the question was directed at him. Dushyant.
Okay. So, very quickly, Niranjan, I will answer Atiq ji's point. When all these years, when non-Hindus were at the helm of affairs in TTD, when all the temples across state governments come under the state governments, none of these people representatives, especially Shri Owaisi, did raise a question as to when the courtesy is extended to Muslims, where Muslims can manage our religious places, why not Hindus be extended? Now, when Hindus state that we want Hindus to be in the board, and when the other thing happens where non-Muslims can be recruited into the WAQF board or council, that is where the question comes. Now, very quickly answering to this question where Atiq ji asked, as per the constitution, the word Hindu also brings in the larger umbrella of Sikhs, Jains. Why not they become members? They can become if they say that they adhere to the Agama Shastra of the temple. If they say that I follow the Agama Shastra of Vaikhanasa and Tirumala, Tirupati, Devastahnam, as per the constitution, they are allowed to. If they say that I don't believe in the Agama, in fact, even for a worshipper, for your kind information, Niranjan and Atiq ji, to attend the Tirumala, Tirupati, Devasthanam, to have a darshanam, you will have to sign an affidavit stating that I believe in Venkateshwara. That is where the issue of Jagan Mohan Reddy visiting the temple came. When it is for the visitor, even to be a part of the board, you will have to say that I believe in the Vaikhanasa Agama, I believe in the Acharya called Vaikhanasa.
Atiq, wait, Adil, I want Adil to come in. Adil.
I've answered your question. You asked a question.
Yeah.
As per constitution, they are allowed if they say that they will agree to the tenets. Ask a Buddhist or a Sikh to
point
come to the board.
Point taken. No, it's a good point.
Let them agree to the Vaikhanasa Agama and then do it.
It's a good point. Adil. Atiq, wait. Adil.
भाई इट्स वेरी सिंपल निरंजन, आप कलमा पढ़ लीजिए, आप आइए वक्फ बोर्ड संभालिए ना भाई. हु स्टॉप्स यू व्हेन यू आर टेलिंग टू रिसाइटिंग योर कोपलेट? यू आर रेडी, आप कलमा पढ़िए, आइए वक्फ बोर्ड में इस्तकबाल है आपका. व्हाई यू आर डिक्टेटिंग योर टर्म्स? You don't know anything about Islam. You don't know.
This is a Hindu majority country.
You don't know anything and you want to put your terms. Madam Sanju,
nobody is putting the terms. 1 minute.
Always you interrupt. Your interruption is always because you always face trauma. You don't have right to face the reality. Sanju Verma, this is your specialization. You always come interruption.
Okay, I'm running out of time.
Sanju Verma bracket mein interruption.
Okay, 1 minute.
You are allowing Niranjan.
Sanju, one second. Sanju, please. I have to end the debate.
Every debate.
I have to end the debate. Adil, I'll give you 10 seconds. Sanju, wait. Please, I'm requesting you. Adil, make a point. 10 seconds.
If you say kalma bolna hoga, I will say Jai Shri Ram bolna hoga.
My property, मेरे बाप दादा की property है. अदानी
एक मिनट हेलो प्रॉपर्टी आदिल एक मिनट प्लीज at the end of the debate no 1 minute see we've debated we've 1 second Adil wait we've debated the parity aspect. It's absolute non-starter of an argument. Point number 2, don't get on the WAQF claiming land story, because we will counter you on that. We have countered you, exposed you, and reclaimed, and the order has been withdrawn today. Thank you very much, Adil, Atiq, Dushyant, and Sanju Verma. Thank you very much. That's it on the burning question. Headlines coming up next. Stay tuned.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur,